Happy Apocalypse, everyone.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Your thing's a later thing?
Yeah.
You brought a game?
I brought a game.
Oh, that's fucking exciting. I love games. I love
Yeah,
when we do
it's
games.
Settlers of Catan. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
shit.
It's not Settlers of Catan.
You know, I've never played that game.
I have, and I'm still not 100% certain what happened in the game.
Is that a church thing? Because I never heard of it until I came
It's a
here.
nerd thing.
It's a nerd thing.
It's
That's why I didn't know about it.
And I mean that in the most loving way. Anyone who plays Settlers of Catan that knows me. I'm not insulting you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a nerd thing.
Understood. Welcome to Sushi Jackknife, everybody.
What? We're just getting into the intro like that?
We're going fast.
Wow.
We're going fast. And you know why we're going fast?
Why?
Because there is a horde of angry trolls in my stomach right now. And they are stabbing me internally, and I'm very uncomfortable.
I will say, I've been here half an hour, and you have taken 2 twosies.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Twosies being poop. Poops.
Did we have to?
Poops.
I didn't want to.
Number 2s.
Don't eat onions from Cookout. That's all I'm saying.
Don't. Really,
If they taste weird, don't keep eating them.
I still don't know that onions can do that to a person.
I think onions can. I think they can.
I mean, if you want to believe that,
I can
so be
believe
it.
what I want to believe.
I think it could be the pile of garbage that was associated with the onion.
Could be that too. It could also be the fact that I haven't been eating dairy for like a week, and
Yeah.
I had cheese today.
Maybe.
It could be that.
What else did you eat today?
I ate toast for breakfast. That had butter on it though, so that's real butter. So that's dairy.
Okay.
I had some tomato soup and some crackers, and then had a hankering for Cookout. So I had those little chili dogs things. The dogs they don't have a hot dog on them. Anyway,
Wait, there was chili too?
well, I asked for them without the chili. It's the most complicated thing ever. I know.
So
I know.
you go
You're looking at me like I'm such an asshole.
you go to Cookout,
Yes.
a place where people are, I'm assuming, making at most $8 an hour.
Yeah.
And you go, I would like the chili dogs.
They call it a cheese dog.
Okay, a cheese dog.
Yeah.
No dog.
Well,
no chili.
It comes with no dog. The cheese dog has no dog.
The-
And so the no chili thing, that's the only step I'm asking.
that is a poorly
them.
named product.
It really is. It should just be called like the no dog or something
It shouldn't have the word dog in it.
at all.
There's not a dog involved.
Yeah, it should be called.
It should be called a junk bun.
There you go. A junk
I'll have
bun.
a junk bun.
Actually, that's not bad.
Yeah. I'll have 2 junk buns.
Is that going to be our food truck? Junk buns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not putting anything on it, though. I'm just going to throw out buns to people. Artisan free-range buns. Non-GMO.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm picturing a field of hot dog buns just running.
Yeah.
And you with a
They're free-range, yeah.
fishing rod. Mm-hmm. Boink. Pole caught.
Well, I use a net sometimes.
Oh.
You catch more
With a net.
You can get 2 or 3 at a time.
Do you ever just bash them, though? When you...
No, that is not humane.
Well.
I catch them in a net, and then I slice them open right down the middle. Humanely. With a sharp knife.
A hot knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Humanely.
Yeah. While they're alive.
Yeah.
So you split the buns. You're a bun splitter.
I split buns all day long. Just left and right.
Spread them. Split them.
Just split them right down the middle.
Do you fill them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I told you. That's not my job. At Junk Buns, you fill your own buns. I'm not in charge of that.
Oh, you know what this is like? This is like those, we've talked about this before. I'm still fascinated by it. Those restaurants where you could get cereal.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Cereality.
Yeah.
Where you could it was like a bar of cereal and you could just go through and get what you wanted.
Where's the food truck doing that?
You know, that would be so easy.
Yeah. You park outside
Oh
of
my god.
anything.
Anything.
It doesn't matter.
GameStop.
Yeah. For the cost of a box of cereal, you can then sell each bowl for like $8.
Oh my god, Nathan.
It's a great idea.
This is our future.
Okay.
Bye everybody.
We need to take it on Shark Tank is what we need to do.
I don't want to go on Shark Tank.
You want to hear a fun thing I heard today?
Not really.
So have you ever seen Shark Tank?
I know what it is.
But you haven't ever seen it.
I've seen bits and chunks.
So are you familiar with any of the judges on Shark Tank?
I
First off, I'm a loyal Shark Tank watcher.
I'm aware. We've
I enjoy
covered it.
the Shark Tank.
I've never really watched it, to be honest.
It's America at its finest. The American dream. These people, they have toiled to create a product that they can then sell. American dream right there. What's the American dream then, Justin? What's the American dream, huh? Define it. Go.
I don't know anymore. I used to think
I'm waiting.
I used to think that I knew. I don't know anymore. I mean, as tomorrow is the apocalypse.
Right.
In the words of Dave Matthews, eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow will die.
Don't ever quote Dave Matthews on this show.
I won't.
No, the fun fact involving Shark Tank is perhaps you're familiar with the judge Kevin O'Leary.
Nope.
Mr. Wonderful.
What?
Sits in the middle.
Mr.
All
Wonderful.
the time. He calls himself Mr. Wonderful.
That's how he refers to himself?
He refers to himself as Mr. Wonderful.
That's wrong, yo.
He is now running for Prime Minister of Canada.
What? Oh my god, what is the world coming to?
In 2 years, I don't know
my
when their election
God.
is, there's a possibility you could have Donald Trump and Kevin O'Leary sitting down to discuss NATO.
Wait, what?
Woo!
Exciting. What station is Shark Tank on?
On the American Broadcasting Company.
Okay, I was
ABC.
going to say if it was NBC, then like NBC is having some weird ploy
No,
to take
ABC.
over North America.
I wonder
Okay.
who Fox could tap to try to take over a country. I don't know what reality shows are on any channel.
Homer Simpson. I don't...
If Homer Simpson had run in this election,
Oh, yeah.
5%.
At least.
He at least gets 5%.
He could have beat Gary Johnson.
Yeah. Jill Stein would be looking at Homer Simpson going, how do I get those poll numbers?
Yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow is the apocalypse. We're recording this on the 19th, the day before the inauguration. And tomorrow, Satan, Beelzebub, excuse me,
Yeah.
rises to the podium.
Yeah. He's not Satan.
He's not outright Satan, no.
He's
a minion of Satan.
Beelzebub.
Yeah. That's who Beelzebub is,
Yes.
right?
He's a
Look it up.
I don't know what the exact
I feel like he's a
title is.
minion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he is.
Yeah.
He's a demon.
Yeah. Let's find out, though, just to, educate ourselves about demonology here. In the words of Hole, something, demonology, yeah!
Is a name of a demon.
That's all you got?
I mean, there's a whole Wikipedia page.
Well, don't hold out.
He's a demon. It's another name for the devil in Christian and biblical sources.
Okay.
But in Christian demonology,
Uh-huh.
how do you study Christian demonology?
Dude, how do you not?
That sounds incredibly hypothetical about there's I don't recall anywhere in any scripture them specifically laying out demons and the demons' duties.
I think it's like a thing that happened post, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I assume
because
so.
like the orders of angels aren't in there either, but that's
Yeah.
a thing. I'm not Catholic, but I got a feeling it might be a Catholic thing,
He's one of the 7 princes of hell.
Hell has seven princes?
of hell.
Wow.
One's Putin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He's in
fun.
the cold part.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's in charge of Russia. That is technically hell.
It's kind of hell on earth. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Speaking of Putin, I was listening to, are you familiar with the NPR program On Point
Yes, I'm familiar that it exists.
with Tom Ashbrook?
Don't worry, it's going away soon.
Let's hope not.
It's getting defunded.
Oh, it's okay. The people will rise. It's a call-in show, so people can they discuss issues with experts. Usually, they pick people on opposite sides of things. They do a good job of that. Sane people on opposite sides of things. People who can have a real discussion,
Right.
back and forth, and
That's
say,
not
I
really fun though. Don't you
it's funner than you think.
want a show where it's more like Alex Jones and Lena Dunham debating something?
Now, I would like to see.
I
that.
would watch that. If they could do a whole season of that on some station, I'd watch every episode.
What would you call
at
that
least
show?
twice.
You couldn't call it Girls.
Everyone's worst nightmare.
This is bad for the both of us.
Lizard people.
So I'm listening to On Point. They're talking about, the collusion with Russia and all that. And this woman from, like, I don't know, somewhere in the Midwest calls in. I want to say Missouri, but I'm probably wrong. And she proposes the idea that Russian society is more free than our society. Now, that to me is an indefensible position. They kill people. They put tapes of people having sex on television because they want to discredit and, defame them. How can you possibly say that? You know what I mean?
Regardless of those things, I still don't think you could.
Regardless of those things.
There's no
I
don't know that anyone's ever talked about Russia and gone, you know what's great there? The freedom. I can do pretty much anything I want.
Right.
They never, try to trample on my rights.
They don't put the giant thumb down on anyone all the time. Oh, my God.
But they have those really dope furry hats.
They used to. Not so much anymore.
Maybe that's the problem.
Could be.
Maybe that's what Trump needs to do. Go over, say, hey, I got a great idea. First off, let's go get a couple whores. They can pee on each other. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
While that's happening, we're going to discuss my hat plan.
How many golden showers do you think are going to take place in the White House? He's not going to live there. He's just going to use, like, the Lincoln bedroom.
I don't think there will be any golden showers taking place. However, I do think there's a 95% chance the shower in the White House that he would use is then painted gold. 95% chance.
I mean, who was it? Was it like, I want to say it was like Truman, who had, they all have their plumbing preferences.
Right.
Grover Cleveland was a big guy. He had a big bathtub.
Tubby had to have a special tub.
I want to say Truman or somebody like asked for like 50-degree water, cold.
That sounds like
Cold
Truman.
water to shoot out at him from all directions at very high pressure. So from the moment this man wakes up,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah, he wanted jets coming at him. Hopefully, I'm misremembering this.
Showers are too pleasant.
Yeah, exactly.
How can we turn this into water torture?
We're gonna get those Japanese. Yeah.
That's probably why he chose to drop the nuke.
Right?
He was driven to madness by his shower preferences.
Trump might get a golden shower in there, or he might just get a shower that is that flows with urine.
I'm just imagining the next president having to go into the White House, walking in, because the president is allowed to decorate their quarters.
Yes.
However,
right.
just walking in to like huge pillars everywhere and gold drapes. The carpet is just red. Everything is red and gold, and they're having to figure out how to redecorate over some sort of ancient Roman living quarters.
Yes. Absolutely. The other thing that I think might happen tomorrow, as he is sworn in, he might come out in one of those fuzzy Russian hats and a big thick coat.
I hope so.
And give some sort of secret sign to Moscow.
I think it would be funny if after this whole time denying it, he did come out do that, take a couple shots of vodka.
Yes.
They ask, like they give him the oath, asking,
Right.
"Do you blah blah blah?" Da.
Da, comrade. Apparently, this is from Business Insider. Apparently, LBJ demanded that his White House shower be fitted with strange nozzles. Let's see. A couple of days after Johnson and his wife moved into the White House, the 36th president called a meeting with Chief Usher J.B. West. He wanted to talk about plumbing.
Of course.
He wanted to talk specifically about the shower. He said, "Mr. West, if you can't get that shower of mine fixed, I'm going to have to move back to the Elms." Okay. His preferred shower in the Elms mansion had several nozzles that shot out water with needle-like intensity and had water pressure the equivalent of a fire hose. One nozzle was positioned to shoot up the president's rear, while another was aimed directly at his penis. This is what it says.
You know,
Wait. He nicknamed that shower head sprayer Jumbo.
I wasn't on board with this,
Yeah.
but knowing the placement of all the jets, it actually seems like a very efficient way to clean yourself.
I mean, those two things do need to get cleaned.
Did he need to move in the shower? No.
Doesn't seem like it. Nope. He just had to step in and get rocketed. And then along with the aggressive shower heads, he requested a switch so he could flip either hot or cold water. So he wanted little blips of cold, I guess. Holy shit.
What? Why? Why did any of this?
Who knows? Oh, and apparently Penthouse, I just searched presidential shower preferences. Penthouse has...
Wait a second. Do we want to...
No. It's
They
fine.
have a letter published.
Penthouse has offered
From Donald
$1
Trump?
million for the alleged Donald Trump golden shower tape.
Well, that's not even close to enough. You're going to have to offer way more than $1 million.
Exactly.
It would be great if Putin was like, "Wait, how much?" Oh, wow. Yeah, do that.
I'd love $1 million. That's like a gajillion. What do they have?
I don't know.
Rubles?
They trade snow.
They have the same kind of like jewels you would get in Zelda.
Yeah.
It's just like they pop out of a bush and they're worth nothing.
Oh, Russia.
Apparently, President Obama had some showerhead preferences too.
What? Wait, let me guess.
Yeah.
Obama would want one of those overhead showers.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's raining on you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they're called.
It's a rain showerhead. That's exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted a rain showerhead. That's the extent of this article, by the way. It is all it's one actual paragraph and two sentences looking like they're paragraphs, but they're not. That's a very short article.
I'd like to speculate that George W. Bush
yes.
Didn't care because he only took bubble baths. So that wasn't really an issue for him.
Well,
and
yeah.
when I say bubble baths, I mean the bubblegum scented bubble bath, not the not lilac. He didn't light a candle or anything.
Right.
He had a toy boat in the bathtub with him. Had a good time.
Footy pajamas.
After,
Yeah.
not in the tub.
No, of course not.
Laura's not going to let that happen. Also, in this scenario, Laura dresses her husband.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
he couldn't quite figure out the snaps.
Well, the nice thing about W. Bush not wanting anything special in his shower besides bubble bath, that meant they could divert all that money that had been earmarked to Cheney's cryo chamber.
Right.
Yeah, that he had to hang inside of nightly.
He was actually in there 20 hours a day. How is that guy still alive?
Oh, God. Him and Keith Richards, man. Do you think they talk?
Dick Cheney and Keith Richards?
Yeah.
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 They have a weekly golf outing.
They get their blood changed.
Yeah.
They go play golf.
They go feast on the blood of the innocent.
That's right.
And then go on their merry little way.
Yeah.
I heard a thing on the radio the other day. They were, and this is very morbid, trying to guess what celebrities would die in 2017.
Oh.
And everyone is in agreement, and I agree with them.
Okay.
That Keith Richards never gonna die.
Never gonna die.
Keith Richards has done every drug.
Every drug.
Piles of every drug.
Yeah.
At a time. At one time, he has done piles.
In a sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the closest he ever came to dying was when he fell out of a coconut tree.
When he was like, what, like 60 something?
Yeah. He climbed into a coconut tree and fell out. Drugs? Nah.
Not a big deal.
No. So, I mean, he's never going to die unless he finds a slightly taller coconut tree.
His body is impervious
then
to
all
drugs.
bets are off.
All bets are off. All bets are off.
Coconuts are his kryptonite.
Yeah! Ding. We did it. Well, that's maybe the most exciting thing about tomorrow's Three Doors Down performance.
Toby Keith already performed.
Ugh.
I'm really sad I missed it.
Yeah.
You know, Toby Keith is one of those singers that I know who he is, but I legitimately, gun to my head, couldn't name one thing he's ever done.
I couldn't either, really. No. I couldn't either. I could point him out in a crowd.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. Yeah, that's about it.
I would recognize his face before I recognized a Toby Keith song.
Exactly.
It's weird.
It is weird. I'm pretty sure he had a song called America Fuck Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's probably what he sang
Singing
tonight.
tomorrow.
It was like an hour-long set, just that over and over, followed by a half-hour set of Lee Greenwood singing Proud to be an American.
Yeah. All part of the programming, man. All part of the programming. Speaking of the radio,
Yeah.
I had the most... You know how you have those driveway moments with NPR?
I don't.
You know, where you get stuck on a story and you can't get out of the car.
I can legitimately tell you I have no idea what you're talking about.
You never had a driveway moment?
With NPR, no.
Yeah. Where you're just halfway through a story and you stay in your car and you're in your driveway just to finish the story.
Is that like how when I'm listening to NPR and I pull into my driveway, I immediately turn the car off and don't care about what they were talking about?
No, it's the opposite of that. You
Okay,
stay...
then no, I've never had that.
Okay. Do you run? Like you turn your car off and you just bolt
I
down?
sprint away from NPR.
So I was having a driveway moment. Actually, it was a parking lot moment before
Okay.
I went in. The story came on about the trademark office. You would not think this would be interesting, right? Did you hear this story?
No, why
Okay.
would I have heard this story?
Well, you know, the U.S. trademark office, right? The people who trademark logos like McDonald's and Coca-Cola, etc.
Do the trademarking.
They do the trademarking. The little TM, that's them.
Yeah.
Is that trademarked?
Yeah.
Is the TM trademarked?
TM.
Trademark is trademarked?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a whole...
C is copyrighted.
Oh, shit.
R is restricted.
Restricted or restricted?
I don't know. I don't care.
Okay, all right.
I'm not going
Fine.
to steal any
Anyway,
of the logos anyway.
Apparently, there's a law on the books that says the trademark office cannot approve a name or a logo that has, like, you know, obviously sort of racist or, you know, just outright bad implications, right?
Okay.
And there's this band, these guys brought this issue up. There's this band of Asian Americans called the Slants. And you know there's a racial slur about Asian people.
I don't understand.
I'm not going to say it. You know what it is. But these guys are trying to reclaim that term, and, you know, so they named their band that, and they want to get that trademarked because that will enable them to be taken more seriously by the label. Okay. Long story short, this gave a great opportunity to hear several words on NPR you wouldn't normally hear. Such as Nina Totenberg, the lady who always reports on the Supreme Court, saying what NWA stands for. You know, all the way through.
What does it stand for?
Niggas with attitude.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you heard me. She said, I think she said, No, they skirted around the P word, vagina.
Well, I've heard them say
They
that
have said it.
before.
Oh yeah, they have said that. The great one though, there was a guy they were interviewing for this story. He's like, yeah, this is like the same reason you can't trademark something like America or capitalism sucks donkey balls. And I heard them say donkey balls on NPR. It was a great moment. It's a great
So
moment.
I can't copyright that?
You can't.
Or I trademark
You
that?
can't trademark capitalism sucks donkey balls.
Is it just because of the capitalism part, or can I not?
I think it's the capitalism part. I think
can
you can
use
trademark
everything
donkey
else.
balls. Yeah. And then we could go on NPR and talk about how we heard their story.
Yeah.
And copyrighted donkey balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to trademark the trademark office story on NPR sucks donkey balls.
There you go. Or you could just say,
There's not a lot of situations where that would come into play.
what if we did trademarks suck donkey balls?
I'm for it.
Yeah, we could do that. Well, let's see what this takes. What does this take? U.S. Trademark
Who
Office.
knows?
That's going to get us into the weeds.
Gang,
Yeah.
Looking up the trademark
Looking up
office?
the trademark office,
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to get us in the
Well, I mean,
weeds.
people really love listening to you look things up on your phone.
They do.
While you look that up, how about we play my game?
Let's play your game.
Feel free to look it up
Oh, I
while you
will.
play.
I'm gonna keep looking.
So, perhaps you're familiar with a little place I like to call Florida.
Fluoride?
Yeah, Florida.
Oh yes, yes.
It's the phallic state down south.
That dangles.
Yeah. And I don't know if anyone has ever noticed this, but every single bizarre news story you hear comes out of Florida.
This is true. This is true.
I would say it's a 50% chance if you see a story that makes you scratch your head. It comes out of Florida. So, I've collected a few headlines here. I want you to tell me
Okay.
whether this is a Florida headline
Okay.
or not a Florida headline.
Okay. So it can be any other state.
Before I trash Florida, I do want to point out one of the many good points of Florida just to make up for it.
Okay. Can I tell you? I'm
What?
sorry. This went faster than I thought. I just, on the U.S. copyright website, I just searched donkey balls. And capitalism sucks donkey balls is registered. I guess I misunderstood that. In fact, it's registered twice. And then there's something called the Donkey Ball Store. Donkey Balls in the plural store. Just Donkey Balls. The original Donkey Balls Juniors by Leica. Kawiki Kona Donkey Balls. Diamond K Donkey Ball Company.
How do we land on donkeys, by the way?
I don't know.
Who cares about the donkeys?
What's so offensive about donkey testicles? Just saying.
Anyway.
Okay, on with the game.
To make up for all of the bad things I'm about to point out about Florida,
Okay.
I will point out one nice thing. Niceville, Florida,
Niceville.
yes, is home to the famous Boggy Bayou Mullet Festival, celebrated the third weekend in every October.
When?
The third weekend, every October.
Oh, we have to go.
Oh, I'm not going to Florida. So, all right, so this game,
Okay, I'm ready.
you have to tell me, and they're not all from Florida,
Okay.
whether it is or is not a headline from the state of Florida.
I'm so ready.
Hoedown. Staff chased man who robbed diner with garden tool, cops say.
Wait, hoedown colon?
Yeah.
Hoedown colon. Give it to me again.
Hoedown. Staff chased man who robbed diner with garden tools, cops say. Let me give you a little bit of the story here.
Okay, yeah.
Using a garden hoe and with a pink sweatshirt tied around his face, Robert Paul Pryor swiped the, we'll leave the name out, Grill's cash register.
Okay.
So, dude walks into a cafe with a pink sweatshirt tied around his face, brandishing a gardening hoe.
Uh-huh.
Is this, or is this not, from the state of Florida.
That's a Florida story.
You are correct.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
that is a Florida story. And in case you were curious, this is
Oh, he's a
What that
creepy guy. Oh my God. He's got a really big forehead and small eyes.
So officers caught up with him just blocks away after the restaurant's owner got wiped out on his moped chasing him.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Okay, so 1 for 1.
1 for 1. What do I get if I win? How do I win? There's no winning.
I mean, I'll decide if you win.
Okay. All right.
Man dressed as Waldo from Where's Waldo
Okay.
taunts police searching for him.
This sounds like something that would happen in Portland.
Yeah,
Is that the whole headline?
that's the whole headline.
This is not Florida.
No, this is North Yorkshire, UK.
Oh, okay.
He was wanted by police for not showing up to court, so he decided to poke fun at the police's expense by dressing up as Waldo and posting where he was at on Facebook.
You know, I knew it wasn't Florida because that took a lot of effort.
That's true.
You
No
know,
one in
and-
Florida.
And
puts that much
Florida's more
effort.
of a pink sweatshirt on the head. You know, grab whatever you've got around.
right.
Crime state.
Let's see here.
Where are you finding these?
From the internet.
Well, what corner of the internet?
I mean, I did my research. Don't worry
Okay,
about it.
all right.
Art thief drove stolen car to seek pardon from wrong attorney general, police say.
Okay. That's Florida.
This one is 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. So it started in Miami.
Okay.
He was arrested in Virginia
Oh my God.
because he drove to ask for a presidential pardon.
He was going to
He
DC?
drove a stolen car, yeah, to ask for a presidential pardon.
Okay.
Marathon runner
Okay.
gets lost, goes missing for 12 hours.
Sounds like California or something. I don't think that's Florida.
You don't think it's
I
Florida?
don't think that's Florida.
I've got bad news for you. Melissa Kitcher had full intentions of completing her first half marathon Sunday, but safe to say she pictured it ending a little bit differently.
Oh.
She was running and went missing. 12 hours later, they found her. Where was it? 7 miles off course.
Oh my God. She runs like I drive.
so,
Holy shit.
you and Melissa
Me and Melissa.
have something in common.
We would be perfect together.
Okay.
And she's from Florida?
Yeah.
So it's three
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
We'll
Okay.
do one more.
Okay.
How's one more?
I'll do many more.
Woman forced to give up home and job to live in a shed as she's allergic to Wi-Fi.
What? What? Yes, Florida.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Damn it.
This is yet another United Kingdom
Oh my, how are you allergic
Story.
to Wi-Fi?
This woman, Rachel Hanks,
Rachel Hanks, okay.
claims to suffer from electromagnetic hypersensitivity.
Oh.
So she's living in a shed out in the middle of nowhere, so the Wi-Fi can't get her.
Well, that is,
I've got 2 more. I'll save them for later.
that's not even, that's sad. That's sad. It's a sad story.
If it's true, I don't think that's a thing.
Well, but she thinks it's real, so that's enough to
Yeah.
make her life bad,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I mean, all these people's lives are bad.
Oh, you're assuming?
3 out of 5 of them were in Florida.
The Waldo guy, his life sounds okay.
He wasn't in Florida.
He's pretty clever, yeah.
He was in the UK.
Exactly.
So we'll come back to the other 2
Okay.
later.
we'll circle around. My God, man.
Is there more of a nightmare of a place in the United States than just the entire state of Florida?
I mean, you've got a few other places to choose from, to be honest. I don't know where people listen from, though. So I don't really want to go there.
I want to go there. They know if their state's garbage.
I mean, I'm from...
No one from Florida is sitting in their state going, you know, it's pretty great. Tampa. Tallahassee.
But the jewel of our state's Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Ugh.
I don't.
Go
I don't
ahead.
even know if I was given a map of Florida,
Yeah.
if I could point out where Jacksonville is at.
It's in the middle.
So it's not even by the coast?
No, it's in the worst part. Yeah. Miami, I think, would be fun.
Why do they have an NFL team in Jacksonville then?
That's a great question. I don't know.
It would be a real bummer if you're an NFL, like you're a college player getting drafted,
Yeah.
and you're like, I'm going to get to go to Florida. And then you get drafted, and it's not by the Dolphins.
No.
It's by Jacksonville.
The Jacksonville, what are they?
Jaguars.
That's right.
They're not good, and also they're in the middle of Florida.
2 strikes against them.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been down. We went to Destin when I was a kid on a trip.
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's
It's beachy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was swampy.
Yeah, swampy beachy.
It was really hot.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Beaches aren't for me.
I don't love going to the beach either. Did you know that?
I didn't until right now,
Okay.
when everyone else found
Do you
out.
want to take a vacation together at like a ski lodge and not ski? Like just hang? That's what I'd like to do.
You know, you could just do that here.
Like, no, but it's not as quaint, you know? Like, I want someone to bring me drinks, you know?
Well,
I want to read books in my flannel pajamas.
you want it quaint, but you also want a server.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want a quaint...
They're not going to talk to me.
You want a quaint place with a servant. Okay.
And other people. I mean, I want to have conversations like a 19th century English novel, you know?
That sounds awful.
I want to talk to people.
That's awful.
I want to talk to people when I want to talk to people.
If anyone tries to talk to me in my quaint ski lodge,
Yeah.
quick jab to the throat.
Are we going together then? Are we going to the ski lodge?
I don't know. That seems like a whole thing.
We could get a room of our own.
Like we can each have a room of our
Yeah.
I
But
don't.
who knows who we'll meet? We could meet Mrs. Baxter.
Yeah.
That's a potential.
But you could also meet like Colonel Mustard.
I'd be okay meeting Colonel Mustard. When I want to be done with Colonel Mustard, I go to my
Yeah, and
my
then
room.
he murders you with a candlestick.
Nah. Not Colonel Mustard.
In the conservatory.
I'm looking at all the clues. There's no way he did it.
Always Colonel Mustard.
He couldn't do it.
And it's usually Plum. It's
Yeah.
not Colonel Mustard.
Yeah. Polythene Pam. Do you feel like the Beatles finished the last half of that record based off of the game Clue? The last half of Abbey Road, you know?
It could be.
Me and Mr. Mustard.
Yeah.
Polythene Pam.
Yeah.
Someone else.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's very possible.
It could be.
We derailed really quickly.
We've
there.
been derailing.
Yeah.
It's been a derailment evening.
Anyway. So the world's ending tomorrow. To return to it.
Yeah. The world is ending tomorrow.
What are you going to do with your last few hours?
I mean, you know, I'm probably going to down some more brandy and reminisce on my life.
What a way to go.
Yeah. You want to do something cool?
What? This seems like the lead up to like, let's put a bottle rocket in our butt and light it and see what happens.
I mean, option 2. We could go graffiti some stuff. That would be fun.
Oh, I don't know. I watched that documentary, Exit Through the Gift Shop.
The Banksy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's for me.
Yeah?
They
What?
put in a lot of effort to do that stuff.
They do. They do.
They're like climbing up buildings. There's all sorts of ladders involved and stencils.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they gotta get stencils.
It's not like you just go paint shit. You don't just go paint shit.
It does not seem fun.
No. Well, whatever happens tomorrow, it's nice to know that NASA is preparing for Mars by opening another biodome.
Well,
this time in Hawaii.
that didn't work well the last time. Have they corrected things this time?
Are you referring to the film where we saw it?
No, the actual biodome.
Oh, the actual biodome. What happened the last time?
It didn't work.
I remember this.
And then
vaguely.
they turned it into a mall in Arizona, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't it work?
Did
Did the people start starving or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. Well, let me read you this. Oh, this was today. So by this point, by the time we're reading this, 6 people will have entered a biodome on a volcano in Hawaii that will be their home for the next 8 months, simulating a future mission to Mars. This is the 5th time we've done this. 5th such experiment by the University of Hawaii and funded by NASA. This is on Mauna Loa. The latest mission on Mauna Loa, which ended in August of 2016, lasted a full year. So the last time they did it,
Okay.
that, probably not the last time we were aware of, but the last time they actually did it, was successful for a year.
Which is exactly how long you want people to survive on Mars.
Yeah.
Exactly 1 year.
Well, I think we're going to,
Celebrate the anniversary by dying.
Right. This is known as the Hawaii Space Exploration Analog and Simulation, or, get this acronym, High Seas.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know someone was proud of that when that happened.
Oh, yeah. The goal of High Seas is to test what it would be like for people to live on Mars and what the project designers call team performance and cohesion, or how a group of strangers might handle being stuck together for months on end.
As a little tidbit to throw in there, the Arizona biodome failed partly because of squabbling among the resident scientists. So the answer is not well. It doesn't work well.
Did they get so pissed off at each other that they ended the thing?
It was that, and then things were dying, and also they didn't have oxygen.
Oh, no. It started to melt down.
Yeah. Which may actually explain why they were a little bit upset.
Yeah.
I'd be a little bit pissy if my air went away.
It could be a long trip to Mars despite recent bold assurances of faster rocket ships, or a long stay on the Martian surface, a summary of the mission states. In either case, astronaut crews far from Earth will rely on a social resilience and team cohesion previously untested in deep space. The new crew is made up of 2 women and 4 men. Come on. Doesn't that just seem like they're building in competition there?
It's what you gotta do.
You gotta have 4 and 4, I think. You gotta have equal. Or 3 and 3, whatever.
Overrated.
5 American engineers and scientists, and 1 British researcher. There's always one. Always one.
If this were a movie, the British researcher would be the one who stands off to the side, warning them that whatever is about to happen, like whatever they're about to do, is going to cause some sort of catastrophe. Every single time, that's what would happen.
It's not going to go well.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, at least it's not Pauly Shore.
Actually, what they should do is they should put Stephen Baldwin and Pauly Shore in the biodome first. And then if they start running out of oxygen and food, it's like,
whatever.
No big loss.
Exactly. These people were chosen from a pool of astronaut-like candidates. Like previous missions, the crew's assignment is primarily behavioral. The team is trying to figure out how to handle social interactions and psychological burdens associated with being isolated with a small group of people. Unlike previous missions, the ability of crew members to make decisions on their own without direction from quote-unquote Earth will vary over the course of the 8 months they spend living in the dome. They hope to study how different amounts of control of their daily schedule and planning of crew involvement in mission tasks affect group cohesion, according to the mission summary. Okay, so this is advice from someone who lived through this. This is
Pauly Shore.
Yeah. German physicist Christian Heineke.
Yeah.
Heineke, yeah. She said, bring something to work on, something meaningful to work on. One of your biggest enemies is boredom. And Stephen Baldwin.
So her
actually says
biggest advice was have a hobby.
Yeah. Whittle.
Yeah.
You know.
You know, I watched The Martian,
Yeah.
and they did not have an issue with group cohesion.
No.
It was more of an issue with, like, you know, Mars destroying the structure and them leaving Matt Damon and him having to figure out how to make food. That's what they should do. They need to practice for that situation. What if you accidentally lift off, leaving one of your crew members to die on Mars?
Yeah. That would be it. So you put someone in there by themselves?
Yeah.
Like they're there for the first day
And they
then
have to be there
leave?
for like 3 years.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I think it was like 2 or 3 years in that movie.
I think they out and out die in that scenario, don't you? I think they just die.
Did you watch the movie?
Well, I know.
Matt Damon didn't die.
Well, of course he didn't die. He's Matt Damon.
Then send Matt Damon to Mars.
If they put you on Mars, you die.
Yeah, I'm not Matt Damon. I'm not going to Mars.
The other big enemies, of course, are the rest of the crew, she said, laughing hysterically in a video posted to Twitter.
They're out to get you. They're all out to get you.
As for what she learned about how to cope with living and working with the same 5 people all the time, she said emergencies play a surprising role in helping people get along. At one point, the system for gathering and treating water broke. To simulate life on Mars, the team received water and food only every 2 to 4 months, respectively. Obviously, we need water, so we all needed to work on that as a group, she recalled. If you had some arguments within the group, it really helps to have an emergency to work on together, because everyone has new motivation, like survival.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good motivation.
Yeah.
That's what motivated Matt Damon.
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah.
So,
He was motivated by the idea of persisting.
so 2 more here.
Okay, back to the Florida thing.
Yeah, Florida.
Okay.
Officers. Man called 911 to report unsecured home. Robbed home after cops left. I'll go through the story for you real quick.
All right.
After breaking into a home for staging purposes,
Yes.
Jeffrey Allen Dove called 911
Staging?
that's what
So
it says here.
Okay, all right.
As a concerned citizen to report a possible burglary because he noted a Summerfield home, there's a hint for you,
Yeah.
was unsecured, deputies said. Then, after deputies left the scene, and knowing the homeowner was in the hospital and wouldn't be back anytime soon, Dove re-entered the home and stole $1,400 worth of stuff.
Oh, snap.
Luckily for officers, a neighbor had a surveillance camera.
Oh.
So they caught him with the $1,400.
That's Florida.
Yeah, that is definitely
That's definitely Florida.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm doing all right.
You're over 50%.
4 out of 6, right?
Yeah, 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
Even if you missed this last one, you're good.
The pressure's on.
Artistic Bear hibernates through first official gallery show.
What?
Artistic Bear.
Uh-huh.
Autistic Bear.
Autistic?
Artistic Bear hibernates through first official gallery show.
Wait. Unpack this for me.
There is a bear. He's an artist.
Oh.
He has a gallery show. He's hibernating. Some of his works sell for as much as $4,281, which is a very specific amount for them to say as much as.
Yes, it is. No more, no less. Where does that money go?
To the bear.
It's got to go to like conservation or something.
No,
right?
the bear.
It has to be like Montana or something. It's not Florida. I don't think there's hibernation in bears in Florida.
Oh, surely there is. They can't possibly eat year round.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's not Florida.
Okay. I will give you a bonus point if you can guess where this is.
Montana.
Is that your official guess?
That's my Colorado.
Is that your official guess?
Yeah.
You're so wrong.
Oh.
Finland.
Oh, you didn't tell. Come on.
2 of the stories have been in the UK.
Okay, fine.
You know it's
All right.
not domestic.
Okay.
Yeah,
5 out of 7.
yeah. These this organization has a bear that paints.
You know, those are the kind of problems they deal with in Scandinavia.
Yeah, it's a glorious country.
Yeah,
Finland is fantastic.
fantastic.
You never hear a story in Finland. I mean, even their weird news is happy.
Yeah.
You never hear a story
Yeah.
that you're like, ugh, Finland's disgusting.
You know, I heard that they have this traditional beer, I think it's Finland, that they brew in trees. Right?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Use the tree.
I would love to try that.
The artistic bear is probably hibernating nearby.
Painting beer trees. And
All of his paintings were actually beer trees.
Yeah, I bet a lot of them were just like paw prints. I mean, I'm not ruling out the idea that an animal could be an artistic. I'm not ruling that
I
out.
don't know. Look at that.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god. And the bear picks the colors and stuff?
The bear does the paw thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys can't see this, but
There's a lot of colors.
there's a lot of colors.
And also a guy in a blazer.
And I gotta be honest here, Nathan. The bear paw prints?
Yeah.
They look like cartoon bear paw prints. They don't look like real bear. Like, I picture, like, more claw action going on there.
No,
you know?
that's it.
That is odd, man.
So,
Well,
yeah. So the brown bear named Jusso
Jusol.
is quite the artist.
Well, he is.
He uses his body, especially his paws, as paintbrushes.
That is cool.
Yeah. So maybe get yourself a talented bear. You can be rich. That's something to take on Shark Tank.
Oh my god.
And then the future Canadian Prime Minister can go into business with you. It'll be great.
But you can collude together.
Yeah.
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 So if Russian hacked our elections
Yeah.
and put in place their own demagogue,
Yeah.
who hacks Canada's elections and puts him in place?
I mean, it can't be anyone as important as Russia.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know. I mean, does the Ukraine try to hack?
They probably
Canada?
would if they weren't occupied by Russia right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not going to put that on the Ukraine.
Italy?
Yeah.
Italy
Yeah.
tries to.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, all these years, Italians have been chomping at the bit to get into Canada.
Yeah. Well, you know why?
The
They hate
pasta-
the French.
That's true. They do hate the French.
There's a lot of French people there. That poutine makes them mad. They've got a refined palate.
Hashtag Vladimir Putin. Just saying, we have to make that a thing.
They don't try to feed an Italian person poutine. They'll spit in your face.
Very upset. They much prefer, like, you know, potatoes with marinara on them.
Yeah. Marinara potatoes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a dish.
That sounds like what was inside my stomach tonight.
I'm pretty sure
Before we
I've
get
seen that on
started.
Top Chef.
Yeah. Marinara taters.
It's not even actual potatoes. It's just tater tots that they pour marinara over the top.
Make it into a casserole. Oh my god. Have you seen these people that do the epic mealtime thing?
Yes.
Holy shit. I watched, well, I don't watch it because it's disgusting.
It's
disgusting.
you want to watch it, but at the same time, it's wildly upsetting the whole time.
Oh my god. It's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Did you see the one where they made a lasagna out of fast food?
Yeah.
Food.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was horrible. What went into that? It like 24 Big Macs or something?
something like that.
And like 45 Baconators.
It was all very bad.
God. And they put it in one of those really deep industrial pans, you know?
You feel your arteries clogging
I just can't.
as you watch it.
Yeah. And it, to me, the thing that's so great, and they've been very successful, obviously, and,
Yes.
and good for them. But the thing that's so, it's physically disgusting, but it's also just such a symbol of like how shitty we are. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what we choose to do with our time, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
resources. You know, like that.
I did the first time I was watching it. I believe the first time I watched it was the lasagna one.
Oh, it was? Okay.
My first thought was, about, like when you were a kid
Yeah.
and you didn't want to finish your food.
Yeah.
And your parents said there were starving children in Africa.
Yes.
Or wherever.
Yes.
Which really ties into nothing about your food, but they still use that as an excuse.
Of course.
My first thought, and it's terrible, was, and I also have this when I watch a cooking show, showing that to a kid from the middle of Africa.
Yes.
And just going, this is what we do with food. All right, we'll see you later.
Have a great life. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's just such like, it just represents everything that's wrong with,
Master
with
Chef,
our culture.
They make a dish, and the chef, Gordon Ramsay, whoever else is judging, takes one bite and goes, "That's really good." And that's their entire involvement with the food is one bite. They make a whole dish.
They make a whole dish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
And the kid is just sitting there going, I want rice, please.
It'd
Just
be great
beans,
if
anything.
I could. Yeah.
Literally just anything.
Anything.
Can I lick the ground over where they were cooking? There might be food there.
Oh my God.
I need it.
It's true though, dude. It's really true. It's the world is in such a wacky place.
Yeah.
In anticipation of tomorrow, I wanted to read you guys. This is a quick serious moment. This is not a sad Justin moment. I wanted to read you guys a passage from the Tao Te Ching, which I've been reading a lot lately, and it's been very helpful. Stop rolling your eyes.
I didn't roll my eyes.
You did. You internally rolled them.
Internally, they were rolling.
Yeah.
Internally, they're still rolling.
I think you're going to like this, though. Have you ever read this book? Do you know what this is?
No.
Okay. This is the Tao Te Ching. Is written by a guy named Lao Tzu, right? Who
Loud Sue?
Lao Tzu.
Loud
Tzu.
Sue.
Loud Tzu.
Loud
Yeah.
Sue.
She was, yeah.
So
Right.
when you're reading this, everyone should just imagine a woman shouting every word of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Loud Sue.
Yeah. Who was a teacher, kind of a basically he was leaving a province. He decided to leave this particular province, and a guard at the border asked him to write down all the wisdom that he had accumulated.
So Loud Sue is a boy named Sue?
Very good, Nathan.
I'm just connecting
A
dots.
boy
here.
named Lao Tzu.
Okay.
Yeah. So what the Tao Te Ching is kind of a manual on living, right? A little bit. And this is ancient stuff, and it's crazy how well it applies. I've got the translation by a guy named Stephen Mitchell here, which I think is really, really great. This is the last. It's sort of like poems. There's 81 of them. They're just these little. They're not poems, but they're just these little statements. Okay. True words aren't eloquent. Eloquent words aren't true. Wise men don't need to prove their point. Men who need to prove their point aren't wise. The master has no possessions. The more he does for others, the happier he is. The more he gives to others, the wealthier he is. The Tao nourishes by not forcing, by not dominating. The master leads. That's for you, Mr. 45. And I hope somehow you can take that to heart.
You think he knows what any of that means?
No.
Come on.
Well, but the thing is, this book is about how to live personally, and it's also some about how to govern. You know what I mean? It talks a lot about
Is it possible?
Yeah.
That you're reading too much into what this book is.
No, because if you read the whole if you read the whole thing, you would see these themes coming throughout. You know what I mean? But I just think that one thing right there, just that one little piece. And by the way, they use the feminine in here as well. They don't just use the masculine pronouns. And Lao Tzu, when he wrote this, there's basically a word in Chinese that's not gendered. So it works. Even back then, this is, way the hell back. This is BC stuff.
It says in Wikipedia that the passages are ambiguous.
Well, That's because they have meaning.
No, it says it's ambiguous. You're applying meaning to them.
Well,
They're ambiguous.
Don't you think that most things that contain a lot of wisdom have some ambiguity to them?
I mean, some
So
do,
that they
but not all of them.
So that they become, so that they can relate to people in different time periods. For God, that's why they last, Nathan. The ambiguity builds in space for it to apply to our present situation as well as to apply to what was happening in ancient China.
Well,
you know
that
I mean?
is definitely not the case on everything.
Well, not everything, but I think this is pretty
Many
much
things
so.
have lasted that have no ambiguity whatsoever.
That's true. That's true.
For instance, everything Shakespeare ever wrote.
Doesn't have ambiguity.
No ambiguity anywhere in there.
Oh, I
no
don't know about that.
ambiguity.
There's a lot of poetry.
Not a one, but there's nothing ambiguous.
But there's a.
It's a story.
I mean, I think a lot of people would argue about there being ambiguity in Shakespeare. The story is there, but there are things that he says that definitely have more than one meaning happening.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
but that's life.
Well,
That's just conversation.
This is life.
I'm just saying that you're applying meaning to it.
I mean,
It may or may not
how
be
do you apply more meaning to something that says
I wasn't listening to what you said.
wise men don't need to prove their point, men who need to prove their point aren't wise? That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, this is written in, maybe not written, but Taoism kind of in part came about in response to Confucianism, which was very, rigid in rules and rituals and all that. And these guys were just tearing it all open. You just died on the microphone. Come on.
Sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife. Hang in there, everybody. Go to the Women's March.